What if I told you that the single most important factor for a strong, lasting, and reliable erection has almost nothing to do with testosterone boosters, miracle supplements, or the expensive little blue pills that so many men secretly rely on? The truth is that it all comes down to one essential thing: blood flow. That might sound overly simple, but it is the absolute foundation of male performance. You can have all the desire in the world, you can feel aroused, and your brain can be screaming, yes, but if the body's plumbing isn't working right, nothing is going to happen. An erection is not magic, it's a hydraulic event. Think of it like a high-pressure water hose. For that hose to become rigid and powerful, water needs to rush in quickly and with enough force to inflate it. In the body, that water is your blood. For you to get and maintain a firm erection, blood needs to flood into the soft erectile tissues of the penis at high speed and with enough volume to trap it there. The blood vessels supplying this region have to open wide to allow the surge to happen. But what happens when the pipes are clogged? What if they're narrowed, stiff, and restricted? That's when the blood simply cannot get where it needs to go at the speed and volume required, and the result is a weak, unreliable, or even absent erection. The culprit behind this clogging is something called plaque, a sticky mixture of fats, cholesterol, and other materials that build up inside your arteries over time. Left unchecked, that plaque hardens and narrows the passageways, restricting blood flow not only to your penis, but to every organ and tissue in your body. And here's the part most men don't realize. The arteries that feed blood into your penis are among the smallest in your entire cardiovascular system. They are far narrower than the arteries that supply your heart or your brain. That means they are often the very first place to show signs of blockage. Think about it this way. A little bit of debris might not slow down traffic on a massive 4-lane highway, but even a small obstruction can completely block a tiny country road. Your penile arteries are that country road. So when you start experiencing problems with erections, it's not just a bedroom inconvenience, it's an early warning signal from your body. It's your internal check engine light flashing, telling you that your cardiovascular system may already be under stress and that more serious issues could be coming if you don't address it. Framing erection difficulties this way shifts the whole perspective. Instead of seeing it as a personal failure, recognize it as your body sending you a critical signal about your overall health. Now, hearing this can feel intimidating, I know, but the good news is that there are practical, natural, and powerful ways to support your arteries, clean up your internal plumbing, and dramatically improve blood flow. In fact, the 5 foods we're about to discuss are some of the most effective allies you can add to your daily life for building long-term cardiovascular health and unlocking reliable erection. The first food that deserves a permanent place in your kitchen if you want to support better blood flow and stronger erections is spinach, along with other dark leafy greens like kale, arugula, and Swiss chard. These greens are absolute nitric oxide powerhouses, and nitric oxide is the very molecule that flips the on switch for the erectile process. Here's why. These vegetables are packed with something called dietary nitrates, and when you eat them, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide, a tiny gas molecule with a huge impact. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator, which simply means it tells the smooth muscles in your blood vessel walls to relax and open up, and when they open, more blood can flow through with less resistance. This is the key that allows blood to surge into the penis and stay there long enough for rigidity and pleasure. Without enough nitric oxide, your arteries remain stiff, constricted, and narrow, which blocks the very surge of blood you need. This is why adding a big base of leafy greens to a daily salad or smoothie is one of the most effective ways to naturally prime your body for strong circulation and improved performance. Next up is a food that almost everyone loves: watermelon. This juicy fruit is the citrulline super. Citrulline is an amino acid that your body cleverly converts into another amino acid called arginine, which is the direct fuel your body uses to manufacture nitric oxide. So by eating watermelon, you're essentially handing your body the raw building blocks it needs to make more nitric oxide, which means better, faster, and more reliable blood flow. Interestingly, the highest concentration of citrulline is found in the white rind that most people throw away, but even the red flesh has enough to make a difference. And because watermelon is mostly water, it also supports hydration, which is essential because dehydrated blood is thicker and harder to circulate. Coming in at number 3 is a surprising but delicious option: dark chocolate. And I'm not talking about sugary candy bars. You want high-quality chocolate with at least 70% cacao content or higher. The bitterness is where the magic lies. Dark chocolate is loaded with flavonoids, powerful plant antioxidants that directly protect the delicate inner lining of your arteries, known as the endothelium. That lining is exactly where nitric oxide is produced, so keeping it healthy is critical. Damage from inflammation, toxins, or free radicals can make it far less efficient, but flavonoids act like a shield, preserving its ability to release nitric oxide effectively. So a small square of rich dark chocolate can be both a treat and a tool for better blood flow. The fourth category of food that belongs in your daily routine is berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Their vibrant colors come from anthocyanins, another class of antioxidants with a special talent. They fight inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like rust on the inside of your pipes. It makes the artery walls sticky and prone to plaque buildup. Anthocyanins help keep the walls smooth, reducing the chances of blockages and keeping blood flowing freely. Finally, number 5 is fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. These fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are critical for maintaining healthy cholesterol levels and preventing your arteries from clogging. Omega-3s help lower triglycerides, reduce harmful LDL cholesterol, and boost beneficial HDL cholesterol, which acts like a garbage truck carrying bad fats away from your arteries. In other words, omega-3s are the cleanup crew that keeps your bloodstream clear and smooth. Adding 2 servings of fatty fish to your weekly diet can do wonders for your cardiovascular system and, by extension, your erection. Now, before you run off to stock your fridge with spinach, berries, and salmon, we have to talk about the villains in this story, because just as important as what you add to your diet is what you remove. The first major culprit is refined sugar and processed carbs, things like sodas, candies, pastries, white bread, and sweetened cereals. These foods cause sharp spikes in your blood sugar, and each spike sets off an inflammatory chain reaction in your body. Over time, that constant inflammation damages the endothelial lining of your arteries, the very lining responsible for producing nitric oxide. Once that lining is weakened, plaque can stick more easily, and blood flow becomes restricted. The second category to avoid is industrial trans fats and heavily fried foods. You'll find them in margarine, packaged baked goods, and fast food, and they are a nightmare for your cholesterol balance because they raise LDL, the bad cholesterol, and lower HDL, the good cholesterol. That double hit creates the perfect storm for clogged arteries. The third category is ultra-processed foods in general. If it comes in a box with a long list of ingredients you can't pronounce, chances are it's filled with artificial fats, chemical preservatives, and inflammatory sugars that work directly against your vascular health. And of course, we can't ignore lifestyle toxins like smoking and excessive alcohol. Smoking in particular is devastating to erectile health because it constricts blood vessels and damages them at the cellular level, undoing any benefit from the good foods you eat. Alcohol in moderation can be fine, but too much leads to hormonal imbalances, nerve damage, and long-term vascular strain. When you zoom out and look at the big picture, the message is clear. The path to stronger erections is really the path to a healthier heart and cleaner arteries. An erection is just your cardiovascular system giving you feedback in real time. If blood flow is strong, erections are strong, and if blood flow is weak, erections are weak. So start to frame every meal and every choice as an opportunity to either help or hurt your performance. Every plate of leafy greens is an investment in nitric oxide production. Every piece of fatty fish is a deposit in your artery cleaning savings account. Every handful of berries is a strike against inflammation. And on the flip side, every soda, every fried snack, every cigarette is like pouring sludge into your pipes. Think of your food as the ultimate performance-enhancing tool, a tool that's available to you 3 times a day, every day, for the rest of your life. And here's the real takeaway. When you start eating for blood flow, the benefits go far beyond the bedroom. You're also lowering your risk for heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, and chronic fatigue. You'll have more energy, sharper focus, and better moods because your body thrives when circulation is optimized. So let's stop pretending that erectile issues are just a private embarrassment and start seeing them for what they really are, the check engine light of your health. Take that warning seriously, clean up your arteries with the right foods, eliminate the villains, and watch how not only your performance, but your entire life begins to change. If you got value from this, hit the like button, subscribe for more practical health strategies, and let me know in the comments which of these 5 hero foods you'll be adding to your routine starting today.